Alright, hell yeah. Now, we're trying to figure out our game. We're using Filmora. We're doing a screen capture, so hopefully that works a hell of a lot better than last time. Alright, let's get right to it. So we got Slant Rock. Hell yeah, there's Slant Rock. And basically, it's enter center, and then drive all the way down here to the right, and hit Slant Rock. Alright, so here's a closer view. But, okay, so we have Slant Rock. Here's your center entrance. There's your drive towards, this should be the right bank, so a typo there. And then there's your Slant Rock. Okay, but let's go back to this one. Because if all I had, if all I took on the upper GAULEY with me was a topo of every rapid, well, you would look at this and you'd probably get confused. Does this look like anything like Slant Rock? Probably not to you. Because look at this. 3/4 of the rapid is this left side, you know what I mean, boulder mumbo jumbo, you know what I mean, just a maze of boulders. And let's get right to it. So this is the second time doing this stuff, so we're going to turn this volume off. But here, you're approaching Slant Rock, and guess what? Guess what you see? This is horrible footage, but you just see just a maze of boulders in front of you. You're in the center of the river, see a maze of boulders. Sure, down here, hell yeah, there's your Slant Rock. So at least that's identifiable. But when you're looking at this is what you're approaching. You're just like, oh, I'm just approaching another maze of boulders. You know what I mean? That's the upper GAULEY. So let's go back to our topo. So hell yeah. And so the things I'm going to point out is this rock at the top, just so we have a marker of where the hell we are. So that rock is right here. So as you're approaching this Slant Rock, hell yeah, you'll see that boulder right there, and then there you go. There's your maze of boulders down the left side. You know what I mean? Could you go over here? We're gonna take a look at that later, but no, your Slant Rock is definitely just down this right side. So there you go. There's the maze of boulders to the left, and then here's this channel. There's your Slant Rock. So it's really straightforward. But when you're back up here, you know, kind of all you see is a maze of boulders. Especially this footage right here. You're just like, whoa. That's all I see is just boulders. All right. So taking a look at the topo. So we can identify this boulder right here. You'll enter on the right of it. So you're going to be kind of center of the river, just to the right of that boulder, drifting in. And then you'll be working down this channel all the way to towards Slant Rock. Alright, so here's the Google Earth. And I definitely want to point out, well, I'm going to point out one more thing. Because we're gonna look at how to catch the eddy above Slant Rock to surf this wave. And then so here's the ace footage. But anyway, so this kayaker right here, we're gonna watch him do this Slant Rock, and he's gonna catch this eddy right there. And then we're gonna do this one more time, and we're gonna pause it right here because there is a triangle rock right there that this kayaker paddles. So on the left side of this little triangle rock, and it's pretty easy, you know what I mean. But a couple strokes, and then you're gonna get behind this boulder. Nice eddy there, just a nice little pool. And then you're gonna be able to surf this wave. So I don't. Yeah. So this kayaker ferries out onto that wave, does a little surf. So we're gonna watch that one more time. Hell yeah, ferry out, do a nice little surf. Okay, so then I think we should just watch footage. This is Slant Rock, basically. Your center, you see those boulders on the left side of your river, and then this is the channel down towards Slant Rock. They're going to go splat it, you know what I mean? They're actually going to drive up onto Slant Rock and kind of spin off of it. And then so here's that triangle boulder. So that's the marker for you if you're a kayaker to know to catch this eddy right here. But they're just going to go all the way up onto this rock. It's pretty smooth. And do a little spin. Alright, hell yeah. But now now what you can kind of see is where do I want to be if I'm a kayaker R1 rafter. I just want to be down this channel, and there's another marker, you know what I mean? There's this triangle rock right there, and this triangle rock is pretty cool because it's almost like a little arrow that just points right at Slant Rock, and if you know it's there, you know it's there, and you can use it to your advantage. You can be like, hell yeah, I'm going to put my boat just left of it, get some momentum across this kind of small eddy, and then I'll be able to drive. All right, see how it's very distinctive rock. It's a great marker, and yeah, you do have this kind of a little eddy right here, and enough to cross this. Yeah, just to eddy out behind that rock. But then they just do the classic, you know, drive up on it and then splat off of it. All right, so we can watch this footage. That's fine. It's not that great of footage, and maybe I'll just turn the volume on. There you go. All right, so they found the channel, and they're headed towards Slant Rock. I think they have an argument of where the hell their line is, but whatever. Alright, so that seemed a little A-type just for getting down the upper Gauley, but hell yeah. I mean, it's a river that everybody wants to do, so you're going to get that, you know, you're going to get people that are just like, whoa, or are you having a cow over just a little class 3? You know what I mean? That's kind of what it seemed like there. But anyway, so now maybe we'll just take a look at this Google Earth just to show you where Slant Rock is. So you have Slant Rock. The next thing you do is have his Bud's Boner. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show. You know, even from this footage, you know, so you're having the Slant Rock Rapid, and guess what? Around the corner is Bud's Boner. So here's Slant Rock Rapid, and then around this corner is Bud's Boner. And you have kind of this much, you know, you kind of have a little bit of a distance to Bud's. And then after Bud's Boner, kind of that same distance, corner, and then get ready for Insignificant. Shorter distance between Geek Wave and Slant Rock, so that happens right away. Even quicker is hell yeah, when you're at this upper French Kiss, or this is also called Lower Collison Creek. Yeah, it's just right around this corner. I mean, hardly a corner, and then booyah, you got Geek Wave. And then you have Upper Collison Creek. And this is going to be kind of the hardest one to identify unless you see the island way in the distance, because you have two unnamed rapids and then Little Z. So if you remember that from the previous videos that we had, and then even between Little Z, well, yeah, between Little Z should be kind of obvious because you have Initiation and then the first corner. That is kind of a distinct corner. It's not a 90 degree, but that's going to be kind of your distinct corner, and then just the corridor of getting lost until you maybe identify the island, and then Geek Wave, Slant Rock, Bud's Boner. But honestly, even if you just forget where the hell everything is, once you know where Bud's Boner is, booyah, you got Insignificant. And then just to take a look at it again, the put-in, you got the entrance, and then yeah, a lot of just, I mean, even these, I didn't go over them on the entrance, but even that, this rapid right here could be considered an unnamed rapid. But then we went thoroughly over the unnamed rapids before Initiation because you want to know where you're at. Alright, so, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Because we have Google Earth, we can, this is fall flow, or close enough. And then right here, oh, let's take a look at fall float just to identify what we want to identify. Alright, so here's our rock center, here's our channel. And now let's look at kind of a lower flow. So here is that triangle boulder. So yeah, so here's our channel going towards the Slant Rock. And look at these. You have surface boulders just kind of forming the channel right there. So hell yeah. Go definitely on this one. Go catch this eddy. It's the upper Gauley. You can't catch that eddy. You know what I mean? Whatever. Go catch this eddy, surf it. You know what I mean? Or do a splat. If you're in a raft, hell yeah. Go splat Slant Rock. Have a good time. It's the upper Gauley. All right, so but I just like looking at the skeleton of the and okay, yeah, look at this whole left side. Just don't go over here. This is what I kind of wanted to end with why is the upper Gauley the upper Gauley? You know what I mean? What's the dangers of the upper Gauley? Well, you just have just numerous boulders, just square boulders just thrown into the river with water current going through them. So if you're in a kayak, you might just kind of get pinned up. Like, especially in a raft, you can kind of get stuck going over here. And if you were ever to swim through, like a little boulder channel like this, it's just nasty. You could get body pinned. So I just want to point out that 3/4 of this rapid is just kind of a maze of boulders. So I want to reiterate, hell yeah. So slant rock, here's your line, follow the main channel and do the slant rock. If you're ever like, oh, well, can't I do this line over here? Sure, well, let's go back to fall flow. You know what I mean? It probably goes. You could probably go over here and then, pick your way. But would I? Hell no. Hell no. Why? Is because in a kayak, hell yeah, you can get pinned so easily. And in a raft, you get stuck. You're going to have to get out of your boat just to get, through there. And if you fall into this stuff and kind of get, swum through, some of these rocks, you definitely get body pinned. So that is my take-home point for the upper Gauley. Do the meltdown line at Sweets Falls. You know what I mean? Go big where you can go big. Do the Room of Doom at Pillow Rock. You know what I mean? No one's died there. You know what I mean? Tons of boats have flipped inside the Room of Doom because the guides were just trying to, bite off more than they could chew. But hell no. Trying to, do an intricate line through narrow channels, that's the easiest place to die on the upper Gauley. Especially in a kayak. Getting pinned, and then your head's going to be underwater. And then even in a raft, hell yeah, you definitely just don't want to get swum through like narrow channels like this. All right, hell yeah. One last thing, I have some photos. This was from Ace, so this is just a nice little view of Slant Rock. You know what I mean? Kind of really shows. I mean, maybe this isn't a good view because it shows like almost like how maybe the river just looks like it's going this way. When, no, you're approaching it, you might see this pile of boulders on the left. So we're going to take a look at a couple more photos. So there's your Slant Rock. And, all right, so here's your kayaker. So that's your eddy. This is your surf wave, Slant Rock. All right, so now here's another picture, aerial from Ace. This really shows this whole left side. Like we said, 3/4 of this rapid is this left just channel of boulders. So it's just good to know. Have that in your visual imagery of like, oh, what's Slant Rock? Okay, it's this channel that starts in the center, goes over to Slant Rock. But what are the other aspects of this rapid? Well, just hella channel of boulders down this whole left side, and stay away over there. So bottom of Slant Rock. All right, and that's it. All right, that's Slant Rock, and hopefully we got our video recorder dialed in. I don't know how to get rid of the taskbar without, so I can go through, get from Google Earth to what we want to get to. But hell yeah. All right, that's Slant Rock, and that's a video.